Hello, hello, hello. Happy day, happy life, happy journey. How grateful I am to be here with you today. I'm super glad to be here. Jerry, who's normally doing his amazing updates on Tuesdays, asked me to step in for just a day. He'll be back next week. So I am John Jacob Mubarak, and it is my great pleasure to be here with you today and to share with you a little bit about what is on my heart and mind today. So, Harmonize is the title of this talk. Harmonize, right? Like the idea came that peace, compassion, and understanding are what is being called forth right now. So here's the deal. Whatever issues you're having in life, hi Dorota, hi Jen, hi Debbie, Lisa, wow, Donna, so great to see everybody. Um, so whatever issues you're having in your life, they are perfectly created to match exactly what you need, right? So think about this. Think about the seed, a seed in any seed. The seed has an outside cover this is the seed. Wait, there we go. So the seed has an outside cover. Why don't I do some visual aids? We'll do this. Perfect. Okay. So you've got a seed and it has a protective coating, the seed coat. Inside the seed is this metabolic machinery that is waiting to be activated, waiting for the right conditions for the seed to blossom. Right now, this seed has a hard shell that's protective, and inside is this metabolic machinery waiting for the right conditions to be activated. Now, what are the right conditions? For the seed, it's soil, it's temperature, moisture, nutrients, time of year, for the right conditions, waiting for the right conditions to be activated. Once those conditions are activated, this metabolic machinery kicks into action. There's been an activation. Something was activated. However, nothing looks different in the seed. Nothing changes. Inside, a tremendous activity is going on as this activation of the metabolic machinery begins to eat away at the protective coating. Get that? It's eating away at the protective coating. And that protective coating has the protein that's necessary for the seed to grow its plumule and its taproot. Those are the Rythmia roots right there. Okay, so it looks a little bit like an alien seed, but anyway, so so this is the metaphor for our growth and transformation. That the situations that we have in life, whether it's COVID, whether it's being unemployed, whether it's a contentious election cycle, whether it is racial injustice and a world that is striving to work for the best and highest individual and collective good, no matter what the issue is, whether it's your habits, your compulsive behaviors, weight, body temple, whatever that is, your body, your life, and everything that is occurring in it are perfectly designed to call forth from you that which is seeking to be healed. In fact, the very protective coating, the very things that have protected you are the very things that are going to fuel your next stage of growth and development. So whatever is happening in your life, whatever difficulties you're having, they're designed exactly for you, waiting for the right conditions, for you to bring forth the right conditions to activate that which is latent within you, that which is already there. The metaphysical principle is it's already within you. You have everything you need within you. And at the same time, what is required is that we create an opportunity, a space for this activation to occur. So for us as a community, for us as a culture, um, we were looking what's being called forth for us: peace, compassion, understanding. All of these things are being called forth for us as a community, as a culture. What else is being called forth? Health and vitality is being called forth. So the situation that's occurring with COVID, the situation that's occurring with racial injustice everywhere, that is specifically designed for our culture right now and what is seeking to emerge. For no matter what the appearances are, something, peace is seeking to emerge, compassion is seeking to emerge, understanding is seeking to emerge, vitality, health, and wholeness are seeking to emerge, because confusion is always the precursor to clarity, and chaos is always the precursor to peace and order and harmony. So if that's the truth, and that is the truth, we see it in nature everywhere. Nature is our teacher. We don't have to reach for woo-woo spiritual principles, although they're pretty good. But look to nature. We see always in nature, wherever there's chaos, order follows. It's the law. It's a lawful universe that we live in. So what we're talking about today is harmonizing our body temple, harmonizing our spiritual practices so that we can be a source for peace to emerge in ourselves and in the world at large. So how do we do that? How do we become a channel for peace and compassion? How do we activate that which is within us? Well, the first thing is the realization that everything that is happening in your life is not happening to you. It is happening for you. Everything that is happening in my life is not happening to me. It is happening for me. Always, always, always. It is perfectly designed for my growth and development. This is perfectly designed for our society as a whole to up level past the me plan, past the me and mine, past the I'm here to grab and get and acquire, and move into the I'm here to participate. I'm here to deliver my gifts. I'm here to give and to receive, but it's in my giving, in the giving of my gifts and talents, in the giving of what is being called forth, in the giving of the true and good desires of my heart that, hey, that was cool. In the true and good desires of my heart, that is what is seeking to express. I see Mia says here, I call forth a trip to Rythmia. Beautiful. Have you heard of the Oath of Manifestation? This is a great thing. Check out Oath of Manifestation. If you Google it, just Google Oath of Manifestation, and you will see a wonderful way to call forth unexpected good. It's a wonderful way to anchor yourself, Mia. So check that out. Dorota, yes, everything is happening for us. Think about it's a simple statement that everyone knows. The chrysalis, right? The butterfly who is in the chrysalis, and you can see the butterfly struggling to get out of the chrysalis. And if we think, oh man, that butterfly is struggling so bad, why don't I just go in there and cut that open and let him or her, it emerge from the chrysalis? That would be the most damaging thing that you could do to the butterfly, right? We know this because it needs to struggle to get out in order to grow and strengthen its wings, to build the muscles that it needs to emerge from the chrysalis. We have to go through our transformation. We have to go through what is in front of us. It's happening for us. It looks like a struggle. It looks like breaking through the shell. It looks like fighting to get out of the chrysalis. But what is happening is it's happening for us to strengthen us, to give us the fuel. The seed shell contains the protein, which is the fuel for the next stage of growth and development, the next stage of our transformation. And that is all that's happening. So we can look right now at everything that's going on in our society, in the world at large, in the United States. I mean, look at what's happening in Portland right now, and an overreaching federal government, right? All of this is such important awareness for us as a community, as a culture, to realize that we don't wring our hands and go, oh, the sky is falling, get all henny penny on everybody. No, we, as practitioners of the truth, and you being interested in Rythmia, you being interested in listening to this talk, you are a practitioner of truth. You are a practicing agent. Now, do not commit malpractice, right? Malpractice is giving in to the lower thought forms of fear, doubt, worry, and not enoughness. I'm not enough to handle what's going on. I can't handle what's going on in society. I just wish I could, leave the planet and go somewhere else. No, not us. We're practitioners. We are in the service to the spirit of truth. We're in service to the spirit of light. We're in service to the spirit of love. And therefore, it is our obligation not to commit malpractice, not to shrink from the chrysalis, not to try and stay inside our seed. No, baby, we're breaking out. I'm coming out. Yeah, that's it. We're coming out, baby. That's what we're up to. And so in the deep realization that whatever's happening in society, we don't see a contentious government overreaching. We don't see, we're not denying what's happening, right? We don't deny that there's a virus going on. We don't deny that there's injustice in the world. We don't deny that there's overreaching federal government. We don't deny the situation. If I'm ill, I'm not saying, I'm not sick, that's just an illusion. No, we're not denying what is occurring, but that we're not saying that it's not real. What we're saying is that the unreality of our circumstances lies in our interpretation of them. How are we interpreting the situation? That's where the unreality lies. So am I going to look at what's happening in politics right now? Am I going to look at what's going on in terms of racial injustice and systemic racism? Am I going to look at what's going on in terms of the virus and go, everything is falling apart, the world's coming off at the hinges, I'm just going to go into a drug-addled cocoon and never come out? That's an option. However, what we can really see is, here's the interpretation. This is happening for us. This is designed specifically for what we need in order to catapult ourselves individually and collectively to the next level, to the next stage of growth and development, to the next stage of transformation, to the next stage of human expression of compassion and peace and understanding, of health and vitality, of a kind and just global society that works for the best and highest individual and collective good. So we're not looking at circumstance and wringing our hands. We're looking at circumstance and getting powerful from it. It's happening for us. It's designed specifically for what we need as a community and individually. So the title of this talk is Harmonize. We must then drop into the law of correspondence. The law of correspondence, as above, so below, as within, so without. It's an inside-out job. Inside out. So if I want to see peace in the world, I got to have peace within me. If I want to see justice in the world, I've got to be an agent for justice in the minutia of my life. I can't let the little things slide, right? If I want to be if I want to see health and wholeness and vitality in the world, I've got to be up to something with my body temple. I've got to be drinking good, clean water. I've got to be taking my vitamins. I've got to be moving my body and exercising those tonic chemicals of health and wholeness. I've got to be taking those things that I need to support my body temple. So we're looking at the world at large and we're going, all right, it's looking pretty dim, but we're practitioners of the truth. We see right through it. We see right through to that which is seeking to emerge, because we know that whatever's happening out there is happening for us. It's happening for us. So we can only attain peace when we can be more present. We can only reveal more peace when we, like the calm waters of the lake, can reflect the beauty of its surroundings, right? So when we're contentious, we're not able to reflect as powerfully as when we are at peace. when we are calm within ourselves. We can reveal and reflect the divine. So harmonizing is the key here. We're harmonizing ourselves in peace. We're harmonizing our minds and our bodies to the frequency of vitality and health and wholeness. And there's some activity that goes with that, right? Meditation, prayer, community, sacred ceremony, service. Debbie wrote gratitude. Yes, yes. Dorota, be what you want to see. Yes. D Finney, girl, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm so grateful. So we've got to embody that which we are seeking to experience, and that is what draws that experience to us, and we become part of the circulatory process. We live and move and have our beingness in a reflective universe that responds to our thinking. There is an energy that responds to our thinking. And this isn't woo-woo, this is physics. The observer effect. When you take an electron microscope and you look at a particle or an atom or a proton, in the act of observing that proton, you are delivering energy to it. It changes its mass and therefore changes its trajectory. We change physical reality with our thinking, with our observation. We live and move and have our beingness in a creative medium, an energy, a frequency that responds to our thinking, that responds to us. So we must harmonize ourselves so that reflective pattern can be reflected back to us. That energy reflects back to us. Think of it like a mirror. When you stand in front of the mirror, you don't have to pray, you don't have to convince, you don't have to cajole that image to come back at you. You step in front of the mirror, bam, image comes back. There's nothing you have to do. It's automatic. It's a law. That is the nature of the universe. What we express out into the universe is reflected back to us. Now, there's an important piece of that. We can say, I've been telling the universe that I don't want to be sick. I've been telling the universe that I need a man or a woman or both. I've been telling the universe that I need money, right? When you phrase something like, I don't want, I'm not going to, I need, I want, what's underneath that is lack. I don't have money. I don't have companionship. That frequency fundamentally is an expression of lack. And if we live in a reflective universe, more lack will be given to us, more reasons for us to need, right? The universe doesn't hear us, the universe feels us. So as we then can recalibrate our feeling and our thinking, it's not, I need a man or a woman in my life. We might recalibrate that to an intention of, I have an intention for divine partnership. I am open and available to unlimited joy and divine partnership. Bam. Now there's a phrase, there's a feeling, there's a vibration that the universe can reflect back. I don't have money, I can't pay my rent. Right now, all my needs are met. I'm sitting here in this chair, and right this second, I got everything I need. Now, the universe is going to give you more of what you need. I have everything I need right now. I'm okay right now. You got to feel it. It can't just be lip service. It can't just be a thought. It's got to be a feeling. I feel this chair supporting me. I'm supported. I right now, I'm not hungry. I don't need water. I got a roof over my head. I can sit and listen to somebody talk on a Facebook Live. So right now, stuff's okay. Right this second. I'm not saying that next week you might have to pay your rent or you're worried about something. But right now, right this second, I'm okay. All my needs are met. All my needs for this moment, this second are met. Then you build moment by moment on that feeling tone, that vibrational frequency. That is what we are talking about when we say the universe is reflective, and we've got to be careful about what we put out there. So we want to rephrase in an affirmative, right? Not positive, but affirmative. Because if you can be positive that life sucks, you can be positive that so and so is a shithead. I'm positive that person is an ass. We want to be affirmative. Affirmative. I can affirm that no matter what the appearances of that person are, they are direct emanation of the divine. No matter who they are, whether it's Hitler or Mother Teresa, they are the activity of God. They are the activity of the divine. Separating the deed from the doer, separating the activity of the person, the actions, from the truth of who they are eternally, not their expression. There might be some people on this planet right now that I don't want anything to do with. I don't even want to be around, right? But that doesn't stop me from knowing the truth of who they are at the core. They might not know it, but we know it. And guess what? The more we know that about people in our lives, the more that will be reflected back to us. It is a reflective universe. So, I think I want to make a special note today about this. We have an election year coming up, and two titans of the civil rights movement, I'm certain, have heard John Lewis and C.T. Vivian, Reverend C.T. Vivian, have transitioned. They were both arrested on the same day for protesting racial injustice and voting rights. These men were bloodied and beaten for the right to vote. That's in their lifetimes, in this country. Like 50 years ago, that was going on. Now, we have to know that that sort of mentality is deeply embedded in our collective unconscious. And so it's our obligation to be aware of that, but also our obligation to remember that people have given their lives for the right to vote. So no matter what your political leanings are, vote. Register and vote. Get out there and vote. These men, it wasn't identity politics for them. It was life or death. And I'm remembering the great it wasn't Paul Revere, I can't remember who said, maybe it was Thomas Paine, or William Penn, give me life, or give me freedom, or give me death. I thought, wow, that phrase, like, if I'm not going to live free, it's not worth living. That's not living. These men gave their lives for our freedom, gave of themselves, were beaten and bloodied so that we could have the right to vote. And that people who were being suppressed, voter rights were being suppressed. So we honor their contribution, their selflessness to our society, to the example that they represent. And my wish is that we all take that to heart and exercise that freedom this election cycle. Because what I'm up to, and I think what you're up to, is peace and harmony and compassion and a world that works for the best and highest individual and collective good, a kind and just global community. That's what we're up to. So let's get a government that mirrors that. Let's have a representative government of what we are up for. And that's what everybody's up for. I don't think there's anybody on any side that would say, I'm not up for peace. I'm not up for harmony. I'm not up for compassion and understanding. Everybody wants it. So let us be the harmonizing agent within ourselves. Let's see the truth in others, no matter what the appearance. And let's see the truth in our lives, no matter what the appearance. To see through that all is well and everything is unfolding for our good. It's all happening for us. And we are harmonizing ourselves to these great sacred truths. All right. I think that's it. Thank you so much. Peace and richest blessings. Here's the wish for the day, that you walk in eternal sunshine on the path of endless unfolding. Thanks. Peace and richest blessings.